What's good, team? And right now I'm about to bring you guys my 8 tech cards that you guys should be trying in this current format and beyond. Starting off by saying, before I get to the actual video, I'm going to take some time out and say, sorry for not having my Mass Hero story up that a lot of you guys were probably waiting for, probably weren't. It's getting, production on that is getting pushed back due to the fact that I don't have time to edit it because of work, and the holiday season is kicking my ass. Gotta go to work, gotta watch my kid, and etc. So just want to give you a little disclaimer. I'm apologizing for that because I did say I was gonna have it up this Saturday, so production on that has gotten pushed back. And also production on videos in general has gotten pushed back, as you guys can already see. I'm only uploading once a week, which ironically is helping the channel more than when I was uploading multiple times a week, because for some reason when I upload once a week my channel grows like a lot, but when I upload fucking 5 videos a week, channel's growth is like really stagnant. I guess it's that whole quality over quantity type thing. Anyway, let's get to the video. So without further ado, let's begin. Cue the intro. Starting off with number 8. Solemn Scolding. Solemn Scolding is an amazing tech card that a lot of players could be running this format. A lot of players are already cutting traps from their deck or using the minimum amount of traps, aka warning, vanities, emptiness, etc. Solemn Scolding is a card that a lot of players have been running over this past weekend at the ARG Las Vegas and on the regional scene. And what it pretty much does is pretty much Solemn Judgment remade. Instead of paying for half of your life points, you pay 3,000 life points and you get the activation of a monster effect, spell, or trap card. Very good, very powerful, really good in Cosmos, Pepe Magicians, and etc. All variants along the side. So for those reasons alone, I have to have the card list on number 8. I mean, a Solemn Judgment is a Solemn Judgment. There's not really much explanation you can go into that type of card. Coming in at number 7, I have XYZ Encore. Now, XYZ Encore is a kind of a tacky card that it's not going to be really that good now, but come BOSH, it's going to be amazing, and here's why. Cyber Dragon Infinity. So your opponent goes for his first turn Infinity play, pass. Now, instead of baiting them out with a Dark Hole to follow up with a different play like a Breakthrough Skill, Finishing, etc., you guys could just go XYZ Encore. They go into Infinity pass, you can be like, okay, Encore, bring back the materials that you use and run over your materials, and you're good to go. XYZ Encore is really good because it has the secondary effect of states. It cannot affect, this effect cannot be negated or chained to. No, this effect cannot be chained to. So with it having that effect, your opponent can't stop it with counter trap cards and etc. With that being said, XYZ Encore is a powerhouse for the Cyber Dragon Infinity. It combos really well with things like Master or Dark Law, Macrocosmos. The reason being, when you XYZ Encore the opponent, they get to bring back all the materials that was used for that XYZ summon if they're still in the graveyard. So if you have Macros Cosmos up, you XYZ Encore that monster, and when you return the monster back to the extra deck, the materials get banished instead of going to the graveyard. Same thing with Master or Dark Law. So for that reason, I don't have to have it listed at number 7. Coming in at number 6, I got Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. This card is really great, mainly because it's a Pendulum based era. When your opponent activates the effect of a face-up monster, spell, or trap, you don't negate the effect, but you do destroy that card, which is very critical in getting rid of cards like lose one turn, breaking pendulum scales, stopping your opponent from resolving XYZ plays. This, all in all, it's just generally a good card in the side deck. And a lot of players are main decking it, and if you don't have anything else to do with it, you can always use a secondary non-effect effect of it being a tuner and just synchroning up with a monster to make the epic Black Rose Dragon to blow someone's fucking field up. So for that reason alone, I have to have it on this list at number 6. Very good, very powerful. Coming into this at number 5, I have Kaiser Coliseum. Just like back in the 2013 format of Dragon Rulers, where Bujin was just going D3D helmet, Yamato, Coliseum, shut the opponent off from spamming and just beat them down. You can do the same thing nowadays with decks like Evil, Sworn, Cosmos that really resolve around one monster. Play the Coliseum, play your castle monster, protect the castle, stop opponents from storming it, just win. It's a really great control card. I personally hate the card and I hate the design of the card, but the card is really amazing and really good. Simple effect, your opponent cannot control more monsters than you, so yeah. The card is really dumb and it can get really annoying and can just outright win the opponent in the game. So for that reason alone, I have having this the number 5, and it's a common, so what's not there not to love about the fucking card. Coming as just at number 4, I have Rivalry of the Warlords. Another good tech card. A lot of players I actually caught on to earlier in this format. Pepe, Pendulum Magicians, well not really Pendulum Magicians, but the Pepe Magician deck and Performances and Pals, once BOSH was released, all have different types of monsters. Now, what Rivalry of Warlords does, if you guys that do not know, while it's on the field, when you activate it, each player sends monsters from their field to the graveyard until they only control one type of monster. So for decks like Machinas, Heroes, they can only control one type of monster. You for Rivalry of the Warlords, now their effects are, now they are put in a situation where they can't summon more than one type of monster. They can't spam you, similar to Coliseum, and you're just gonna beat them down because you can spam them, they can't spam you, so you pretty much just win. Coming in at number 3, I got Anti-Spell Fragrance. Pretty simple Floodgate, mainly for pendulums. Really resembles me of Vanity's Emptiness, except you can't turn it off. You flip it up, both players must set spell and traps before activating them. Really good in the pendulum matchups for it because they cannot set up the scales, which is very important to pretty much just floodgating your opponent to win. And it's really good in decks like Burning Abyss, where it can makes them set their spell cards and you end phase, fire like a Burning Abyss, blow to the back row, and etc. So for that reason alone, I have to have it on this list at number 3. Really good, really powerful. Coming in at number 2, I have Typhoon. Now, Typhoon's a trap card that's been seeing a lot of play on the regional scene and in the big event scene. It is a trap card that's also a hand trap, ironically. You activate it by setting it and activating it like a normal trap card. It's destroy one face with spell and trap on the field. Now, the reason why it's good because it says while your opponent controls 2 or more spell and trap cards and you control none, you can activate this card from your hand. So if your opponent goes first to try to set up that big pendulum summon on you to do some combo plays like in a Pendulum Magician matchup and etc. or the Pepe matchup, you can send it from your hand to the graveyard while you're going second, pop their skill. Now, unless they have another card to make their skill again, they're pretty much going to be in a shitty situation because they can't continue their plans, they're just going to have to pass their turn. Really good, really powerful card, and definitely deserves to be number 2 on this list. Coming in at number 1, I have the almighty Effect Veiler. Most powerful card on this list, reason being, stopping effects is more important to me than maxing this format. Reason why, you can max your opponent and just still get blown out. Your opponent can force deck you out. Your opponent can just take the master challenge and just win and just OTK you with some crazy combo. With Effect Veiler, you stop the effect on summon. I mean, it hurts your opponent's consistency, it hurts their combo plays, and it hurts etc. Pretty much does the same thing as Max C, but better. I watched a lot of regional profiles from this weekend, and I watched, I think, 1 or 2 ARZ profiles, and everyone has been saying the same thing. Effect Veiler put in work the entire weekend. I mean, stopping that scrollback Joker from searching out a pendulum card is really powerful, and Effect Veiler only get more powerful when BOSH is released because it stops things like Cyberdragon Infinity on their opponent's turn, and it stops things like the new Performer Pal Pendulum Wizard from getting his effect off. So, I know this list was a long list, but I feel like 8 cards was enough. I didn't want to really go into 10 cards, and there's probably a lot of cards that you guys are tagging that I didn't talk about. So I'm going to leave that for you guys to let me know about those cards in the comment section down below. And as I always say, if you're a new viewer to the channel, I'd love for you to subscribe for more competitive Yu-Gi-Oh content. I do these videos because I truly believe in helping you guys become better players, and I also do these videos because I truly believe in you guys helping me become a better player. Once again, this is Chris from Team Innovation signing out. Peace, guys, and stay innovative. Deuces. Burning Abyss. Now, what does Burning Abyss does? Burning Abyss is the deck that we all dreaded last format. It won nationals. The deck is overpowered as hell. The mechanic itself, every fucking thing in the deck